Hello, everybody. Welcome to the video. Today we have the ideal offseason, or I guess the perfect or most realistic offseason here for the Houston Texans. They're going to need a lot of work, and I don't really have them, you know, having a great season next season, even if they have a good offseason. So, kind of is what it is. I guess we'll sim to next season, do a little bit of Super Bowl predicting. Give me the Chiefs. Chiefs, I was going to say by 3, but it is by 7. So unlucky there. And I guess we could go ahead and see who we have to re sign. Got a lot of contracts to negotiate. I'd assume, right? I mean, who isn't here? Desmond King's here. Ogbania Okoronkwo is going to be 28 heading into a pretty late season here. I'd give him a 2-year deal, 3.5. I think that is a good deal for him. It isn't too much money. Tavier Thomas, Chris Moore. Nobody else I probably really want here. MJ Stewart over Jonathan Owens feels okay. Desmond King's the only other guy. But with Steven Nelson, Derek Stingley Jr., and then Tavier Thomas will be gone, so corner will definitely be uh, an interest of ours this offseason. So we'll move to free agency and see what sort of class we can round up. We can get see some shopping opportunities here. See who's really here to stay and who's here to not stay. CJ Gardner Johnson is a free agent. I like him to go play like free safety, even. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. How much is this? This right here is not a good offer. I'm sure people have better. I'm not really in the market for CJ Gardner Johnson players, so we'll see. But at quarterback, we have Davis Mills. Um, Probably not our future, if I had to guess. Probably go in the draft and draft one if I had to guess. And then at running back with Damian Pierce, obviously a really solid running back, but he's pure power, and maybe you need a little bit of some versatility back there. Maybe with like a Jeff Wilson type, even. Boston Scott feels all right. Maybe on a 1-year deal. 1-year deal. Boston Scott should be a pretty good one. And then wide receivers around here, I think Boo Boo would fit. I mean, it's so much money though. I like our young receiving core with Brandon Cooks accompanying. Probably going to be traded, but I'm not going to spend bajillion dollars on these guys for sure. There's just no way I'm comfortable investing in that. We obviously have Laramie Tunsil, but on the right side, who do we have? Who do we have here, huh? Titus Howard, not that great. At right guard, is this Kenyon Green? No, this is AJ Can. Isaac Samuelo or whatever his name is. I probably want Nate Davis over him. Give me Nate Davis for 3 years, 3.5, and 3 right there should be a really good deal and hard to top from for other teams. Then at left guard is where we have Kenyon Green. Sucks, but it is what it is. I think if we can bring in how expensive is Orlando Brown though? Oh, that is pricey. I probably won't make a long term commitment right there. No way. At left end here, who do we have? Obviously, Ogbani Okoronkwo. Defensive tackles, I'm good on for now. Who do we have at right end, though? Jonathan Grenard, a player I like a lot, actually. So, I mean, he is good. Malik Collins and Roy Lopez probably isn't going to do it for me. So, Tier Tart, probably try to bring him in as well. Tier Tart is really good. I like the fit. Left outside linebacker, Jalen Reeves-Maybin, not ideal. Sione Takitaki maybe on a little bit of a bootleg deal. Uh, find his way onto the team. I don't know if he will. I mean, Aziz Al-Shaair is probably a little bit better. I mean, long term, but it is what it is. We should have Christian Harris and Christian Kirksey. Both the Christians here, but it does not look like it. Christian Harris is over here. So very low rated in that one. I think I like TJ Edwards. Give me TJ Edwards for 3 years, 5 million, 3.5 right there. It's a good deal on TJ Edwards. Now we go to top 100, go to targeted, make sure we have everybody all dialed in. I have it all dialed in. Let's see who we can get here. Tierra Tart, Sione Takitaki, Nate Davis, and Boston Scott with TJ Edwards, the only one we're going to be gambling on. If he wants a long term deal, I'm down. And so if he wants to do this deal right here, I'm down to do it as well. We have the money and the resources, so I'm kind of okay with that. In the market for a cornerback, and I think Byron Murphy here is a blessing. I'd be really happy to have him. So move that there. And then we're going to need a safety. Marcus Epps could do for like a bridge guy if we can't draft anyone. So yeah, give me Marcus Epps then, I guess. He's fine, former safety of the Eagles. So, yeah, TJ Edwards, Byron Murphy, and Marcus Epps we're not going to get because the Rams want him a lot more, I guess. So, go ahead and process those deals. We do get TJ Edwards and Byron Murphy now. Very good stuff. We'll get a good look here at the team before heading into the draft. Obviously, not the greatest. Could definitely use a lot of work. I think Brandon Cooks is as good as gone this offseason. Offensive line is not good. Brevin Jordan's not that great. Nothing else to really say, honestly. Defensively, people aren't really that great. Redmond's our best other safety. I guess Eric Murray could slip on over there if he wanted to. Petrie's up to superstar development. Tierra Tart's here. Derek Stingley Jr., Byron Murphy, and Steven Nelson. All good players, and defensive line could definitely be a lot better. Okwankwo, Grenard, and these two up the inside. Probably not your best case scenario. TJ Edwards is a piece on this defense, I guess, that is really good. I guess a bright side, I should say, on this defense. So we'll head into the draft here. Who's at the top of my board? It's probably got to be Bryce Young at this point. It's just got to be. Tyree Wilson off the board first overall is a bit much. There from the Bears gamble you probably don't need to take. But Bryce Young at the top of everyone's board. A good player, just all around. Just a good player. I think that we've got to take Bryce Young here. Just a good player. I don't think that size and whatever will really matter. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I'm saying. That's at least that's not what I mean to say. That's not my intention or whatever. But I don't think that it'll really play a big deal into whatever. Could use a Peter Skoronski type player, but also could use a Lucas Van Ness. Bijan being here is kind of pretty cool, actually. Something I'd probably consider is Brian Branch as well. I think we can get a pretty good safety down the board. Quentin Johnston being here kind of raises some eyebrows. CJ Stroud this far down the board is also pretty good. But yeah, Peter Skoronski being here, I mean, I kind of want him. We need offensive tackle because we have Laramie Tunsil and then Titus Howard, actually. And could use offensive. I think I said defensive tackle, but could use tackle to protect our new quarterback. Or we can go like Bijan or Jackson Smith and Jigba. We're going to need a receiver for sure. Quentin Johnston being here has to be the guy. Quentin Johnston, we go there now. We're just going to need receiver. And I think maybe someone will be calling us up for Brandon Cooks about now. So I guess let's go see what we can maybe, pursue with him. Probably put in, Brandon Cooks in like a next year, fourth? And then maybe look at like someone else, man. I don't know. AJ Can, if he wants to come in and play. Yeah, I guess AJ Can. We'll see if anyone really wants him. But I like this right here. They have a second. I'm probably looking for a late first. So we'll see what's there. I mean, late first, probably Carolina's not it. Oh, have the Patriots gone there? I think they're actually next up on. Yeah, so I think they're actually next. And I'm just seeing if AJ Can has any admirers. But they can't really pay for him. So Brandon Cooks will probably be the focal point of this trade. The Bills would be interesting, but they don't have any cap space. Browns, no cap space. Probably just looking for good cap room right here. And I think that's the Colts. And we'll get a second. And we'll try to get their third as well. I think this should go through. It doesn't. Why not? That's a little interesting, by the way. Or I guess that's a little interesting. Anyways, I should say. And then maybe give them a sixth this year. I'm not sure if that'll persuade them to being done with the deal. I guess yeah, Brandon Cooks being old and whatnot. Future fourth of Brandon Cooks will get us a second round pick. Kind of is what it is, I guess. I was expecting to get a little bit more value back, but I guess not. Move to our next draft pick, which will be early here in the second round. Darnell Wright finds his way off the board to the Steelers. Anthony Richardson still on the board. Antonio Johnson being here is a little frustrating because someone I'd want to go with, but someone we don't need. Luke Musgrave. I like the potential of Luke Musgrave for sure. Is Dalton Kincaid still around? I do not think he is. Keely Ringo on the board. Mozzie Smith, Drew Sanders, Will McDonald here as well. He's got just about good everything. B power move, B block shedding, B awareness, B finesse moves, B tackle. So good player. He's a position of need. Let's go Will McDonald. Despite the normal development, I feel like that's a pretty good pick. The next pick on the draft is Keely Ringo, and then we'll go with another one here. This should be interesting, whether it's Luke Musgrave or Drew Sanders. Zay Flowers down the board would be quite interesting and fun. J.L. Skinner being here is intriguing, but probably not who I'm looking for. Keon White. Now, this is someone I could get with right here. Um, yeah, he's got good everything all around. He's a great cover linebacker as well. Very versatile, very good player. A lot of power in him. Just overall great athlete as well. Keon White will get off the board onto our team here at early in the second round. I'm happy with that. Let's move to the third round now. See what we can find. Obviously, Rashee Rice goes off the board. Probably someone I would have considered drafting if I saw was on the board. Carl Brooks is still here. Dayan Henley as well. That's pretty interesting. Nobody else I'm really excited about. Jordan Battle down the board this far is interesting. Isaiah Foskey. Probably someone I need to move up draft boards for sure. Hendon Hooker. Yeah, I guess the pick is really cut out for me at this point. It's probably going to be Dayan Henley. Nevada linebacker is good. Good cover linebacker, just a solid player all around in general. So we'll go Dayan Henley, and then we've got a pick here in just 10 picks down the board. DeJuan Jones finally makes his way off the board. Probably doesn't last that long. If I had to guess, what are the free safeties looking like right now? Ronnie Hickman. I know I like Rashad Torrance. Kayvon Merriweather is still on the board. So I'm just not sure where these guys are projected to go. Obviously 3 to 4, but I'm not sure how long that is in like this sort of terms. So I guess still got a while before they're off the board. I guess Andrew Voorhees being on the board just kind of raise some eyebrows. Ronnie Hickman, we probably are in a good spot to get him. Devin Akane, Texas A&M running back. He's small. He's short and small, but runs a 4.24. I think he ran track and field, so very good player down the board. He's got big time potential, but I'm not sure if I want to really take the gamble on him. Cedric Tillman being here is a little intriguing / interesting. Tennessee guy, 6'3", 215, labeled that a deep threat, but doesn't really have that top end speed. Gets up, he catches well in like pressure and in traffic. I like the player, but whether or not I'm gonna take him down the board, I just don't feel like I will. Jordan Battle, I probably want someone. I'll probably wait on that. I think Isaiah Foskey being here is just too perfect. I was trying to pass him up because he probably shouldn't be down this late. Probably a me thing. I probably need to move him up the draft board a little bit more. If you guys didn't know, this is my class. So, yeah, I guess here at number 2 in the 4th round, we'll look for that safety now. I'm not sure if he's still on the board. He isn't. So we'll probably have to pull the trigger a little bit early on Rashad Torrance, Florida safety. Runs pretty slow, but he has the coverages I'm looking for down the board. I'm fine with it. Rashad Torrance, welcome to the team. Just a good pick late, and make our way to the 5th round now, where we're gonna get a little bit less value for our pick for sure. If everybody's gone, obviously. I'm just not sure who I want. Trey Palmer's a good player. Zach Pickens is fine. Andre here. Probably someone I'd consider. Dwayne McBride, Corey Bennett. Not quite sure who I want. I don't know who we exactly need either. Trey Dean, the other Florida safety, I really liked, actually. Down the board, he runs at 4.59. I can't remember why I liked him. I guess he's kind of like a physical guy, I guess. I can't remember my exact reasoning for liking him, but I think Zach Pickens just fits what we need in the long run. Normal development, probably not that highly rated because I can't really remember making him. Doesn't make him a low rated or anything like that, but I guess moving down to pick number 11 in the 6th round, this will probably be our last pick that I manually do, considering there's probably like nobody left on the board. If there is, I'm going to be pretty interested here. Tyreek Stevenson, Miami corner, some high potential, is a little bit slower. Doesn't exactly have all the traits. Coverages are kind of hit or miss. I guess let's go Tyreek Stevenson. Just going for these big time players that boom or bust really at this point. I guess it won't really be a boom if they do well, but it'll be kind of a rotational player versus a person that'll virtually do nothing ever. So, Jonah Tavai, I guess, off the board, San Diego State. Welcome to the team, and I guess let's see how we did in the draft because I do not care about the 7th round, and even in one pick. You know what? The CPU can have the next picks. Take a look into the class. Bryce Young out of 76, Quentin Johnson out of 76, Will McDonald out of 73, Keon White out of 74, 71 for Dan Henley, Isaiah Foskey, Rashad Torrance was pretty good, Zach Pickens was all right, Tyreek Stevenson was okay, Tavai was fine, Nick Broker, and then Curtis McClendon and John Riddick. John Riddick is not a real player, by the way, but good stuff down the board for sure. Yeah, I guess we just did a good job drafting. And I guess drafting towards our needs instead of best player available is a little bit bold, but we did what we had to do, and we made it work. So this is the team. We're a little bit weak at wide receiver for sure. Quentin Johnson, John Mechie, Amari Rogers, and Nico Collins, Damian Pearson, Boston Scott. And then on the defensive side of things, we have a whole new look. Taki Edwards, Keon White with Christian Harris sitting right behind him. Rashad Torrance, Jalen Petrie, Okoronkwo, as Zach Pickens will take over, I guess, no longer have whatever his name is. So Zach, or I guess they say if Foskey can come up and play. I'm not exactly sure what he'll play, if he'll play like interior. So they're actually going to put Foskey on rush right end, and I want Keon White on the rush left end. And then Tavai and Tart, I guess, up the inside works for me. Christian Kirksey and TJ Edwards. Fine to me. I guess Sione Taki could play. I guess that's the whole reason we spent money on him. Third down back definitely needs to be Boston Scott. And then if I had to choose who's in the slot, I'd probably go with John Mechie. And then Byron Murphy, Derek Stingley Jr., and Steven Nelson with Tyreek Stevenson behind them as well. Pretty good cornerback room. So I think that we're trending towards the right direction if you were to start a rebuild off of this team. You still got some funds. You still have some money in the bank, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and put John Mechie into the slot. And then we'll get going with this. But John Mechie moving into the slot receiving role. And then we'll simulate to the playoffs, see how the team did, look at overall stats and whatnot. See you guys there. See, we finished 6-11. That is an improvement from last season. You guys can see in the bottom right of your screen, right next to my face cam. I do have actually a green screen that I could put on. Sister got it for me for Christmas. Just a fun little thing. So if you guys have any opinions on that, let me know. But Bryce Young threw for 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. Pretty good rookie year, if you ask me. Damian Pierce was fine. Not great, but fine. Boston Scott got a lot of the work as well. He was good on his, I guess, little shares of whatnot. And then John Mechie, 1,400 yards is incredible. Oh my goodness, slot receiver on this system is pretty insane. Tackles all around, good amount. TFLs all around. Isaiah Foskey doing his job. Keon White, 9 sacks. He's turning into a superstar immediately on the team. Sione Taki got 4.5. Jonah Tavai got 4. T.R. Tart got 3. Isaiah Foskey with 1.5. Jonathan Grenard with 1.5. Ogbania there as well, getting a sack. So good stuff. Rashad Torrance, rookie safety. So we're really seeing these rookies pop up and play well. 4 interceptions for Rashad Torrance as well in that secondary. Really good numbers. I really do like the way that this team is progressing towards. I like the way that this whole thing is being built. I think that it's pretty cool. I did give Keon White superstar. I do not remember that. I thought he'd have star for sure, but apparently a superstar. Superstar, just superstar. John Mechie probably at the Super Bowl will get a dev trade upgrade. I guess we can go to there and see if maybe Rashad Torrance wins, like Rookie of the Year or whatever. But we'll move on to the Super Bowl and see some season awards and whatnot, yearly awards right here. And this stuff will be blocked out by my face cam. Oh, okay. Nope, I guess that's not the season recap. Is that on the off season? I need to find the season recap thing, because it's a lot better than whatever. It's a lot better than the whole thing, the Super Bowl. Yeah, season recap right here. 2023 season recap. Found it. So Tyree Wilson wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, CJ Stroud, and then you guys can see the rest. Nick Bosa, Joe Mixon. So we didn't get any of the Rookies of the Year or anybody up for Offensive Player of the Year or anything like that, but that is okay. That is just fine. John Mechie does get upgraded to star development and gets an upgrade. Be my guess. I'd 100% think that he would after a 1,400-yard season. John Mechie really coming into his own. Maybe wide receiver 1 on the team. Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool to see. With Bryce Young throwing the ball now, Dameon Pierce is here. Offensive line's progressing. Kenyon Green starting to kind of develop a little bit. Nate Davis still good. And then probably going to need a different offensive tackle here soon. Rashad Torrance has superstar development. Why? I don't remember giving these guys. I guess we just drafted super well. Jalen Petrie up to superstar X Factor. Keon White outside linebacker doing his thing as well. Specialist, he should be rushing the quarterback, but he isn't, because Isaiah Foskey wants to. But that is a little interesting to me. Isaiah Foskey was star development as well. Byron Murphy, Steven Nelson, and Derek Stingley Jr., obviously. So, very good drafting all around. I'll keep this file around if you guys want me to do like a rebuild with it. But, yeah, that's all for me. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to consider liking and subscribing the videos. Both of them are free, and you can undo any action at both times, or at any time. You can undo both actions at any time. I figured it out. And so should you guys. See you guys next time.